Gender diverse students in Sarasota County schools have new guidelines to help keep them safe. Details on the new rules being implemented. Plus, the number of arrests made in Sarasota County are down. Why, despite the drop, Sarasota County Jail is over capacity. And how Manatee County Sheriff's deputies saved a baby tonight. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening. Topping our news at 11, new guidelines are being implemented immediately in the Sarasota County School District to make the schools safer for gender diverse students. Superintendent Todd Bowden will be issuing these guidelines to principals tomorrow. It's something the school board chair is having issues with. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Sarasota County School District headquarters with the latest. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, this is a victory for the transgender community, but the debate continues to heat up. New guidelines for gender-diverse students in the Sarasota County School District has School Board Chair Bridget Ziegler all fired up, saying the school board and the community were not involved in the creation of these guidelines, and the last discussion the board had on this issue was in the spring of 2017.
It not being publicly discussed is a major issue for me, and I believe that the public deserves to have to hear the discussion and also provide feedback.
The school district says that they worked with a committee made up of administrators, principals, counselors, and community partners to develop the new guidelines. Ziegler is also upset because the new guidelines gives the power to the transgender student to decide which pronoun they will be utilizing and which bathroom or locker room they will be using.
As a parent, that alarmed me. We are dealing with students at the age of 5 all the way up to 18 and sometimes a little bit beyond that. And I believe we are always encouraging parental engagement.
Nathan Broomer, Executive Director of Also Youth in Sarasota, says these new guidelines are in line with what they've been doing for years. He tells us this is a big win for the LGBTQIA community, especially for individuals who are transgender. And Broomer says he appreciates what the school district is doing.
It's very important, I think, from a visibility standpoint for both our youth and also for their families and their loved ones to say, we're here, we support you, we know that you have unique needs, and we're going to put around you whatever plan we have to ensure that you don't feel like you're walking on eggshells.
The Sarasota County School District tells us Superintendent Todd Bowden will talk with us after the guidelines are released to all the school principals in the district on Wednesday. In the meantime, Ziegler says she wants transparency and is hopeful these guidelines can be talked about in depth in the very near future.
My point of this is making sure the community knows exactly what's going on. I would urge my other board members to support me in having a public discussion as elected members of this community to find the best path forward.
And the next Sarasota County School Board meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 6th. Reporting live from Sarasota this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Rick, thank you. A speaker for the National Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence on the Suncoast today, Kylie Ann Hunter, spoke in downtown Sarasota tonight about the issue of assault weapons and the Second Amendment. Hunter is a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, where she was a helicopter gunship pilot and served multiple combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. She tells us 96 people in America die from gun violence every day, including weapons of war, and she says that has to stop.
While those weapons serve a purpose, and many of us owe our lives to them, they have no places here in our schools, our churches, our communities, our nightclubs, our concerts, or even our hospitals.
She has very strong beliefs about these weapons, so the idea that she could come here and talk to Sarasota vets is just a terrific thing.
Tonight's event was held at Fogartyville in downtown Sarasota. Hunter also says the upcoming election will be very important regarding gun violence issues. The Sarasota County Jail is literally overflowing with inmates. The operational capacity for that jail is 867. The physical amount the jail is built to hold is 1,020. The current capacity is over that, now at 1,043. Today, the sheriff met with county commissioners to address these and other issues. He says although the amount of arrests have gone down over the past year, longer sentences and people not being able to pay bond have made jail more crowded. And due to the lack of space, it's become a violent place.
Seeing some increased disciplinary standards that are being violated by the inmates because of the housing, which keeps them in longer. We're seeing inmates become frustrated now and fight with each other. We did have an inmate breaking our inmate's jaw recently because of the overcrowding.
While there was no solution decided on today for this problem, the sheriff says because many of the people in jail are there for a quality of life crime, he would prefer to see people going through rehabilitation programs rather than being locked up. The Sarasota Police Department is warning people about another scam tonight. A concerned citizen contacted SPD yesterday. He told officers that his mother had been notified that she won $8,000 in a contest endorsed by the police department. The scam artist told the victim that Chief Bernadette DePino would be following up with a phone call to congratulate her. Later, a woman did call the victim and identified herself as the chief. SPD is now asking anyone who is a victim of this scam to give them a call. Well, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at your first alert forecast and what you can expect for Wednesday morning. Bob?
A little warmer right now, Jacqueline, 77 degrees, and that's the story. It's going to be a little bit warmer over the next couple of days, and the humidity will start to come up as well. Pressure 30.05 inches right now. We're still under the influence of that high pressure ridge. Winds are out of the northeast at 7 now, and it looks as though our lows will be in the 70s as opposed to the 60s to start things off on Wednesday morning. But it won't be too bad as far as rainfall goes, although this looks rather ominous. Right now, this is a stationary front for the most part. We've had a few light sprinkles, if you will, into Pinellas County. Most of this is falling and evaporating before it reaches the ground as a result of the relatively drier air in place. There may be a few sprinkles possible here through this evening, but nothing significant. And we'll see a few more clouds around on Wednesday associated with this stationary front that's located to our north right now. But as far as that goes, the warmer overnight readings will be with us, it looks like tonight, tomorrow night, and even into Saturday morning. But storms are possible on Friday. I think mainly the rain day will be Friday. Showers and storms are in the forecast, and then look for a cool down over the weekend, especially on Sunday. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. New at 11, the Manatee County Sheriff's Department was at the right place at the right time to save a baby this evening. Take a look at these pictures posted to their social media. You can see Deputy Patty Smith holding the 4-month-old baby to save her life. According to the Post, they were in Bay County when they were approached by a frantic mother and father and the nearly lifeless baby. The deputies were able to dislodge a small object from the baby's throat to save her life. According to a recent survey, those who live in Northport enjoy living there and feel safe. The annual survey conducted by the city found some other interesting statistics. The majority of survey participants rated the city an excellent or good place to retire and raise children. The survey also showed that residents feel safe in their neighborhoods across the city. But the survey did find that there are some areas that need improvement. As in previous years, residents rated economy as a priority for the city. Many felt job growth was too slow. The majority of those who responded agree that the downtown area needs improvements and rated the city very low for a place to visit or work. Construction for a new shopping center in South Sarasota is now underway. The West Villages Marketplace will be on the corner of West Villages Parkway and US 41. The first part of that project includes a massive Publix that will include a full-service pharmacy, a large bakery, and deli. That project is expected to be done by this time next year. In addition to the Publix, additional Marketplace signed leases include Heartland Dental, Sparkle Bright Pools, a Japanese Thai restaurant, China One, All-Star Laundry, and a nail salon. And looking ahead to this holiday season, Florida Highway Patrol is getting a head start in collecting food donations for their annual Thanksgiving food drive. Their Stuff the Charger event starts tomorrow through November 16th. You can drop off non-perishable donations at any of their Southwest Florida locations, including Fort Myers, Bradenton, and Venice. Stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, we're just moments away from revealing today's winning lottery numbers. We'll hear some creative ideas from ticket holders tonight about what they would do with that money. And the new law President Trump signed today that some experts say will help cut back on Lake Okeechobee discharge.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Florida emergency management officials say the state's death toll from Hurricane Michael is now up to at least 29 people. That brings the total up to 39 killed across the southeast. Hurricane Michael slammed into the Panhandle nearly 2 weeks ago with 155-mile-per-hour winds before impacting Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia. Many people in those states are still dealing with the storm's aftermath and cleaning up the debris left behind. Meanwhile, first responders from the city of Venice have been going back and forth from the Panhandle and helping our neighbors up north. Today, they gave an update on their efforts at the city council meeting, including the story of how the Venice Police Department went the extra mile. Instead of just helping with relief efforts, they say they essentially adopted the Blountstown Police Department. Venice police say they wanted to help their fellow first responders because oftentimes first responders are so busy helping others, they forget to ask for help themselves. They plan to continue sending trucks full of donations to them and are asking the public to bring in anything they can to the Venice Police Department.
Clothes, things that they can utilize, and not so much food because they're getting a lot of that, those resources from other organizations, but anything else, generators, air conditioners. It's getting to the point where they're going to start needing heat, so things like that.
They say they also plan on bringing food up for Thanksgiving and helping the department get enough gifts for their kids for Christmas. And Bob, we were talking about that earlier tonight. Oftentimes they are true heroes, putting themselves out there first and not having really, sometimes not anything to come back to themselves.
Right, and I remember flying into Hurricane Ivan years ago in 2004, And the pilots on board and a lot of the meteorologists on board had homes where that storm was hitting. And so it was kind of, pretty sorrowful for these guys watching this storm and kind of reporting on it, but yet it was still causing a big impact up there in Alabama. I tell you what, we are looking at a very warm water temperature, and that really drove the storm, Michael, and the intensity. We need a couple of fronts to move through the Gulf, at least cool it down below that 80-degree threshold, and then we won't have the potential for those massive storms like that. But it's still 80 plus across most of the Gulf. Here's what's going on with the Van Wezel webcam showing a few clouds moving in late this evening and a few very light rain showers. A little bit of a frontal boundary to the north of us, and the proximity to that front, and then bringing a few clouds around. Not the best sunset, and we had a couple photos sent in. Not a lot, but a couple, and there were some good ones. Just a glimmer of sunshine there, as you see. James White on Bird Key getting that photo that we see right there. And here are the weather headlines. A warmer overnight. We talked about this earlier. Storms possible on Friday, and a weekend cool down anticipated. This is Hurricane Wilma. It made landfall just before 9 p.m. our time, right there into west central portions of Mexico as a Category 3 hurricane, 120-mile-an-hour winds. You'll notice it's already starting to lose some of that punch as far as the winds go, and it continues to move to the northeast. It'll be a very serious situation here with heavy flooding, mudslides possible. This moisture will work its way to the northeast and actually kind of get incorporated in this system right here that's developing. A low pressure area will develop, and this moisture will be kind of incorporated in that. And Texas, unfortunately, which is already saturated with the heavy rains last week, gets inundated by that leftover moisture or the remnants of Willa. And you can see for us, we'll see a pretty decent day here. Partly cloudy skies, not a lot of rain chances for us. And then a little bit of moisture moves in along the east coast on Thursday morning. The low pressure tracks off to the east and northeast and intensifies some big storms over the lower Mississippi Valley. And the attendant cold front will eventually move through our area. We may even have a prefrontal rainfall. That happens mainly late Thursday night and into Friday as the front works its way through. It'll be a slow-moving trough, too, so we'll have a chance for a few showers even on Saturday. Then the cooler and drier air starts to move in. And we heard about they may need some heat up here soon. They will, especially midweek next week when low temperatures expected to be down in the upper 40s there in the parts of the panhandle of Florida. But right now that frontal boundary exists right over the northern Gulf of Mexico, and that low pressure area is right there in the northwest Gulf, just off the coast of Texas. A Titan radar picture, although it looks like we're getting rainfall here, most of it is evaporating before it reaches the ground. Some showers are around. There's a possibility of a few sprinkles overnight, but not a lot. Tomorrow's forecast, we're calling for a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. High temperatures will be close to seasonal averages, but you'll notice a little higher humidity, and we'll start off a little bit warmer than we had into the low 70s. We've been in the 60s the past couple of mornings. Well, here's the European forecast model showing that low pressure tracking and becoming a nor'easter. All sorts of headaches over the northeast United States by Sunday and Monday. We'll see cooler weather filter in behind that front, and another front will come through on Tuesday of next week. Those winds will stay out of the east on Wednesday, and then Thursday the same, switching around to the west-northwest on into Friday and Saturday. We'll see about that red tide, see what happens with it. Again, the forecast continues to call for this system to move over Mexico and then eventually get into the Gulf of Mexico. For boaters, nice tomorrow, but the boating's going to get a little rough going. On Friday and Saturday, more than likely small craft advisories will be issued for our waters. There'll be a light chop in the bays and inland waters. The forecast tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 86, a couple degrees above average. The lows will be warmer too. Then notice these lows. On Sunday morning, 64 as well on Monday, and 62 on Tuesday. That'll be nice. Jacqueline?
All right, thanks, Bob. Looking forward to it. Thank you. 3 Miami police officers are facing federal drug charges, the announcement made earlier today. According to a criminal report, the 3 officers accepted cash payments in exchange for protecting drug traffickers. Undercover FBI agents posing as drug dealers eventually were able to uncover the collaboration.
These 3 officers are charged with committing the very crimes that they have a duty to investigate, to report, and to help prosecute.
The suspected officers are expected to make their first federal court appearance on Wednesday. New details now on a Florida commissioner being charged in the fatal shooting of a man accused of shoplifting a hatchet from an Army-Navy surplus store in Lakeland. Michael Dunn resigned yesterday from the Lakeland City Commission. A grand jury charged him Friday with second-degree murder. Surveillance video released to the public shows Dunn shooting Cristobal Lopez on October 3rd. Dunn's attorney says that shooting was justified because Lopez was holding a hatchet. President Trump signed into law today a water resources bill that will help critical projects like beach renourishment and environmental protection. The Senate passed the measure back on October 10th. It will allow the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to construct, expedite, modify, and study more than 100 water resource projects. The bill will also increase water storage in the West, replenish shorelines across Florida, and also build new dams. Former Vice President Joe Biden in Florida's capital city today alongside Democratic U.S. Senator Bill Nelson, who was running for re-election against Republican Governor Rick Scott. Meeting with dozens of mostly young voters, Biden praised Nelson, who has spent almost 18 years in the Senate but is facing a tough challenge from Scott.
For many of you, it's your first vote. But I tell you, whether you're your age or you're my age, this is an election that is bigger than politics.
Following their stop in Tallahassee, Biden and Nelson were headed to Orlando for a larger rally. And as for Nelson's opponent, Governor Rick Scott, he was not on the campaign trail today. Instead, he was meeting with emergency operations centers throughout the areas affected by Hurricane Michael. He made a stop in Holmes County, Washington County, and Jackson County to see how the recovery there is going. Scott also stopped at a few businesses that reopened following the storm. Well, the campaign for Congress in Florida's 16th congressional district is one of the most closely watched and competitive races in the country. Tonight, Congressman Vern Buchanan and his Democratic challenger David Shapiro joined us here at the ABC7 studios for a live debate for the first time ever. And things got pretty heated.
I'll address that, but I do want to go back on his opening statement. He should be ashamed of himself attacking me. I'm not up there to feather my bed or anything like that. I'm up there to make a difference. Congress, the whole thing was get off 4-1.
The congressional district includes parts of Sarasota, Manatee, and Hillsborough counties. Vern Buchanan has represented the district since 2007. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee is targeting that seat. To watch the debate live, you can look for this story on our website, mysuncoast.com. Consumer News is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Bryant. How many games in a row would the Lakers have to lose for you to unretire?
Plus, from ABC, splitting up together, Oliver Hudson, the Mighty Mighty Boss Toads, and Look Who's Scaring Children.
Nope.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home. Get the right care right at home.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
This fall, experience golf at a higher level, where the courses are exceptionally beautiful and incredibly challenging on Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Enjoy unlimited golf, including cart and range balls from $112 a day. Beautiful, deadly, irresistible. Is your game ready for the trail? Call 800-949-4444 or visit rtjgolf.com for tee times and get your game on the trail.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
Your child's classmate,
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
The Mega Millions jackpot, now the largest in U.S. lottery history at $1.6 billion. If there's no winner tonight, the jackpot will be over $2 billion. ABC's Maggie Ruley spoke with ticket holders with some big dreams.
The world is waiting to welcome its next billionaire.
I know I'm going to win. It's a feeling. It's a gut feeling. When you know, you know.
I'm holding the lucky money right here. We have the fever.
The Mega Millions turned Mega Billions jackpot, tipping the scales at a record-breaking $1.6 billion.
When it hits the B, you have to play it. You have to. Everybody has a shot.
Across the country, people skipped out of work.
This is my third trip. Because co-workers, we buy in a pool, so this is all my breaks. Go on with buying lottos.
Lining up for hours.
An hour and a half now. 2 hours.
Up until the very last minute.
It has just been a constant stream of people in and out of the store all day long. And at this point in the night, that line now goes all the way out the door.
Officials say in the final hours, more than $3 million worth of tickets were being sold every hour. And out of all those tickets, they expect 75% of every possible combination to be used.
I just got to pick a lotto number. Split it with you then? Yep.
But that still leaves a 25% chance the Lotto Mania continues, and we will have a $2 billion jackpot on our hands. Maggie Ruley, ABC News, New York.
Wow, crazy. Well, if you're on the job hunt, the U.S. Postal Service is hiring here in Sarasota. USPS looking for rural and city carriers for the holiday season. And they say some of those temporary jobs may lead to permanent positions. Salaries range from nearly $17 to almost $18 an hour. Carrier positions do require a valid state driver license, a safe driving record, and at least 2 years of documented driving experience. A written exam is also required and background checks are conducted. Those applications are available online. That's a look at consumer news tonight. We'll have those winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I feel happiest when I'm out enjoying my favorite things, like spending time in my garden. That's why I need a Humana Medicare Advantage plan.
Many Humana Medicare Advantage plans cover everything from emergency care and hospital stays to doctor office visits and prescription drug coverage. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,900 on average on their prescription costs. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals, plans that include vision and dental coverage, and most plans include Silver Sneakers Fitness and a rewards program. all for a $0 monthly plan premium in most areas.
Now I can be happy and healthy and keep enjoying all of my favorite things.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide and see how a Humana Medicare Advantage plan can help keep you enjoying your favorite things.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, this school got to travel back 20 years in the past today. Former students of Brown Elementary in Michigan dug up a time capsule filled with memories from 1998. The styrofoam box contained mementos true to the era. Pokemon, Furby, I remember those, old dreams, and some ideas about the future. Interestingly, the capsule was supposed to contain a video of the students talking about their life goals. However, that video was missing from the box and its location is a mystery.
Wow.
Who knows what may have happened.
I wonder if that videotape would even worked after that amount
Yeah.
of time.
Or if anybody has a VHS tape.
Oh, that's right. May not have a player anymore. Anyway, we're looking at pretty good weather tomorrow. You know, we're going to see some clouds around now and again. Temperatures will warm into the mid-80s in between 3 and 7 o'clock is when we're going to get there. No real threat of any significant rain.
All right. Thank you so much, Bob. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Have a good one.